Alright everyone, I thought I would do a quick video on the loader and the new blade. I'll put them together. So, the loader, it's a 703 Ford, made in 1997. Looks like it should be fairly easy to put on. The only thing I'm not too sure on is where those two bolts bolt up. I was kind of looking under the front there, I'm just not seeing it, but I did find quite a few different pictures and a couple videos with the same loader on a Ford 8N, so it can be done. Uh, Hopefully I can get a rebuild kit for my pump. I know a lot of my pressure issue is on the manure bucket that I'm running now with the Dearborn. Is every weld it leaks. See, because that Dearborn setup has the fluid in the frame. I think this might even have it too. But I do have a hydraulic fluid couple tanks. So I might even go a tank on this, being that there's this many cylinders. But anyways, so, and if that pump ain't going to be strong enough, and one of my other tractor pumps isn't going to work, I thought about maybe going off from the rear, off the 3-point, or the PTO in the back. Because I do see they offer some of those Vivior or something brand. Some of them are pretty high powered, you know, so that might be an option. I know I was looking for new front pumps for the tractor, and they were up there $1,000. I was like, wow. So I'm sitting here thinking, so what, all my different used pumps are worth big money? Like, I paid 20, 30, 40 bucks for them. Some of them are brand new. So I just can't believe what people charge these days for stuff. Anyways, so all the hoses are shit. Definitely going to need to be replaced. So that's probably going to be a good little penny. Let's see, we got 2 there. Let's see, 4. We got 8 in the front. 12, 13, 14 hoses to replace. Wow. Well, anyways, yeah. I guess I'll have to figure out where to get those and start pricing them. And I'm just figuring hydraulic hoses, it's probably expensive. So the trailer that it was on, this was sitting down in it, so there would have been no way to slide it off onto my trailer if we would have met over halfway. Definitely needed this. We weren't going to move this. I went over and lifted up with this lifted in the air with the back off the trailer. The bucket was still on the trailer. I came over with my forks and picked up on the bucket, and the tractor barely lifted up the front half, which was already teetering. Yeah, crazy. We had to end up just pulling the trailer out and bouncing the bucket as he was pulling forward so it wasn't catching on spots on the trailer. I thought I was going to pull it over a minute. It yanked it right off this board here. Oh, yep. Anyways, I'm happy with it. And then wanted to give you guys an update. So the other 8N tractor, he ended up backing out on me. He told me, yeah, I see what I have going on next weekend. And this was on the weekend, or last weekend. Not this weekend, but last weekend. And told me, let me check my schedule. And first thing Monday morning, he called me and said, nah, not going to be able to do it. Just going to repost it. So, which I feel, you know, I offered him 300 bucks to deliver it. It was a 3-hour drive. When I first messaged him, he had already had a guy coming to look at it, and that guy beat him up, which I figured it was going to be sold, and I wouldn't even have heard from the guy. Well, then he called me that evening and said, when would you like to come look at it or whatever? And I said, well, I'll set up for this weekend. Well, then stuff fell through, and wasn't going to be able to go get it. I called and told him, and he goes, well, I'll possibly deliver it. And then every time I talked to him, he said he'd possibly deliver it. So I figured, oh, this guy's going to deliver it. And nope, fell through. Oh well, I'll just keep my eye out. I didn't really have the $850 to spend on that tractor at the time. But, I mean, it was a good deal. It came with a loader like this on it. It was a Superior. But sometimes you get those good deals. Sometimes you just can't make them work out. I paid $250 for this, and then gave the guy about $150 in pine lumber from that stack right there. So, and it was totally worth it to me. He goes, whatever you want to give me for the $100 in lumber. I'm like, well, tell me something you want. He goes, oh, just give me whatever. So I pointed out the 12-foot 1x6s, and that's what he ended up going with. I know I was going to use those for a deck, but starting to think I want to use some of that white pine from up front. So that's what I'll probably do, is cut me some deck boards out of that, or even out of that 12-footer over there. I'm getting ready to bring that up to the mill here this week. So, all right, well, I'll pause you guys for a minute. We'll walk up and look at that blade for a second. All right, everyone, made it back up here. So the blade seems to spin nice. Does have a little, like they were, some point in time it was sitting on the ground right here. I mean, it's a little bit of surface rust. Might clean up. I don't know. It might be just a wall hanger. It seems to spin straight. It does have a dish to it towards the log side, so I'm guessing it's a right-handed blade. 48 inch. The guy bought it from an auction. He's a carpenter. Was going to hang his company name on it. Oh, that's all he really knew about it. So that's all I know about it. Anyways, I figure I'll get a soft wire wheel and wire wheel it up, maybe even a flappy disc, and clean this right up. I hope this will be all right. That's where it was sitting in the dirt, you can tell, if you look at that line. But other than that, I spin it on here and it spins nice and straight. There was, well, you know, my evil eye, but I had the boys spin it over there while I stood here and stared at it, and I didn't see no deviation anywhere. So it might still be a good blade, or, you know, at the most have to just have it hammered. Oh, and if not, even if it's just a wall hanger, it was $50. A $50 blade, I can put the name of the business on it, you know. I was going to use I got a 40-inch blade that is, what is that, like the old edger blade, or the buzzsaw blades. I got a 40-inch buzzsaw blade down there by the sawmill, and I was going to use that for putting the name on it, but if this blade isn't safe enough to run, I'll use this one. It looks a little bit better than that other one. So, alright, everyone, I guess once I figure out what kind of shanks and teeth it fits, like if it fits something I got, I'll throw my shit in there to see how it works before I waste any money buying a whole set for this. So yes, if it's the same as my other ones, it would be fine, because then I'd be able to use them in that. But if this is, let's say, a 2.5, I'm not going to waste the money. So, all right, everyone, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your Sunday.